Master pages found in the plan book area, master pages, can be used to hold elements that would appear on every page that they're applied to. By default, your online design account has a Master A and a Master B. And also by default, Master A is automatically assigned to all the spreads in your book. Now, Master A contains one element, and that's a folio and page number. And Master B contains a folio and a topic. The topic is whatever you put on the ladder itself in this area. So under here, if I typed a page topic as opening, then on my Master B, it would have the page number and it would have the topic opening. And by default, those are in 10-point times. Now you can't alter Master A and Master B. They're default templates. However, if you want to modify your folio, make it a certain font or a size or a certain place on the spread, you can go ahead and create a copy of either one of these, name it whatever you want, and now you could edit that copy in order to change that font or change the location of the folio. Now, often I'll get the question, well, what do I use master pages for? Well, let's say you've got a theme or an element or a piece of artwork that you want to go across several pages in a section or several pages in the book, like in portraits or the index. You could build those into a master page and then you wouldn't have to recreate them every time you opened up a document page or a document spread and went to work on it. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the copy of my Master A and show you this. If I click Edit, it opens it up and it looks just like any other page except at the top here it says Copy of Master A. That's what I'm working on. Now, master pages contain two layers, a main layer and a folio layer. First, let's talk about the folio layer. Anything you put on the folio layer floats above all other content on the spread. So let's say this is my main layer in blue, and the gray box represents my folio layer. That means folios, like the ones that are already on the page, would rise above everything else on your actual spread. So if this page number was over a picture or over a piece of art, it would fall to the top. It would always be on top of everything else. Now, main layer is just the opposite. Anything you put on the main layer, or this gray layer, would always be behind anything you put on the spread. So if I put a shape on the spread, maybe if I just put a bar across the top, and I'll assign a color to it, that will show up on the page, but if I place something over the top of it, it will cover it up. And notice when I save the spread, it does build a thumbnail of that spread. So let's create one brand new. I'm going to click New, give it a name, and go ahead and edit. And I'm going to add my own folio layer. So I'll click on folio layer and it gives me the options over here of what I want to add onto the page. So on the left page, I'll add a page number, I'll add a topic, and I'll add a little place for folio art. And all that does is it puts a shape on the page here, which later on I could drop a piece of artwork into. And this shape is adjustable. I can make it any size I want it to be, and I can also move it anywhere on the spread. I can move all these elements I want anywhere on the spread. So I'm going to zoom into this area. And I'm on the folio layer, so when I click this, you'll notice over here, under Type, it's my times 10 point. Well, I don't want times. I want to change my folio to a different font, maybe one of them that I've selected already. And that's how I change the font on my folio. And of course, this is just the placement by default. I can move these around or change the placement of them any way I want. Now I'm going to go to the main layer and just add an element, just add a shape onto that main layer. I'm just going to add a circle, make it nice and big, and just give it a fill color. And I'll click Save. So now you see the thumbnail of the custom master page I made. Now you can also use master pages from previous year's jobs. And to do that, I click Use Master Pages, and I'm going to select last year's and click Use. Now I don't get to choose. It's going to bring over everything from last year, but you're going to know what it brought over because it's going to say imported in front of those. And of course, if I don't want to use those, I can go ahead and delete them. Also notice that it doesn't bring over the thumbnails. In order to build the thumbnail of that page, you would have to open that page, save it, close, and now you'd actually see the thumbnail. In this case, it's just this little piece of artwork for that page. And the last thing I want to take a look at is assigning master pages to spreads. So again, by default, Master A is assigned to all the spreads in your book automatically at the beginning of the year. And Master A only contains that folio number in the lower left and the lower right-hand corner in that 10-point times. So I'm going to go down here to 18 and 19, and I'm going to select to apply my master page to 1819. Select those pages, click, and click Apply. And you can see how it changes here what master page is assigned. I could also do that by range. So let's say I wanted a large range of pages to all have the same master assigned to them. And I could do that all at once. I could also just select all spreads and apply the master, or apply a different master to the entire book. So you see, you could do it by sections, by spreads, however you want. Now, the last thing I'm going to do to close out this topic is I'm going to go in and open page 18 and 19 that I assigned my master page to. And here's the page open with just the master page elements showing. Notice I cannot select them. Anything that's on the master page that's applied to a spread is not selectable. If I want to alter any of this, I have to go back into that master page file and change it there. So I can't select this box where the artwork would go. Notice there's no page topic because there's no topic on my ladder. Notice that the yellow dot or the yellow circle is not selectable. And just to show you, I'll drop a piece of click art onto the page. Drag and drop the bulldog. And notice when he goes over the top of the yellow circle, he's on top. It covers up the circle. But when I move him down to where the folio is, it's kind of hard to see, but the folio is still pushed to the top, as well as that box where the artwork should go. So how you use master pages is totally up to you. You could leave the default of Master A, or you can go in and modify and make your own for the entire book, make your own for each section. Just set it up the way you want. And by the way, master pages are a function of users with editor and advisor permissions. So only editors and advisors can set them up and assign them to pages.